Hey, what's going on? Rich Perry here, and welcome to another episode of Ask Rich. So this question comes in and was submitted from a friend of mine who's in our Facebook group, the 10-Minute Mentor podcast community. And the question is, how do you have uncomfortable conversations with customers, employees, contractors, etc.? All right, so I wrote down some notes to myself. So the first thing that I want to remind you as the business owner, you want to make sure that you're always coming from a place of respect. Even though it's your business, these are the people that you're doing business with. These are your customers. These are your collaborators. If it's a B2B, if you're doing work with another business, if we're talking about the people that you're contracting out, and especially if we're talking about your own team members, your employees, you want to make sure that you're always coming from a place of respect. Everybody wants to be respected. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody wants to have their needs and their concerns and their wants met. Okay? So make sure you're coming from a place of respect at all times. All right? One thing that you're going to want to remember is when you're doing business with these other corporations or these contractors or, again, with your employees, you entered into business with these people. At one point, there was an agreement. It's, hey, we're going to do business together, all right? If there's a breakdown in communication, if you're not having that understanding at some point along the line, it's probably because, like I said, there's a breakdown in communication. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to backtrack a little bit and find out, well, what happened? Is it an expectation that isn't being met? Is it an expectation that wasn't being properly conveyed? Is it some people are just slacking off because they don't know what to do? Or maybe they really don't care because their brand values, their core values aren't in alignment with yours. Now, when we're talking about values, these are the things that are important to you as the business owner, important to your personal brand, important to your corporation. So what you're going to want to do, and I know the person that submitted this, so Chuck, what I'm going to encourage you to do is, I know that you have my book, Bankroll Your Mind. So what you're going to want to do is flip to the chapter on values, and you're going to want to elicit your values. So follow the instructions and elicit your values as a business, because moving forward, you're going to want to make sure that you're only doing business with people that are in alignment, or they have very similar values to you. Make sure that when you're hiring people moving forward, that you're only hiring people that have those same values, those same principles that are important to you. You want to make sure that those are the same principles that are important to them. For your current and existing employees, you're going to want to make sure that they can adopt and assimilate those core values, because you need to be all working together. You want to make sure that everyone is on the same page, everyone is rowing in the same direction. You want to make sure that everyone is in alignment moving forward towards the same goal, and they have the same ideas of what's important as they move towards that same goal. All right? And again, I want to remind you, always, when you're in business, you want to come from a place of respect, appreciation. You want to make sure that there's open dialogue, whether it's, like I said, that B2B, whether it's contractors that you have and you're outsourcing tasks, or when we're talking about the people in your environment, all right? The people that are on your team. You want to make sure there's always that open dialogue, there's that clear communication going back and forth, and everybody is moving forward on the same page. And if not, then you want to have that open dialogue. When we're talking about with your own team members, the compliment sandwich, all right? If you're having that difficult conversation with an employee or someone on your leadership team because you feel that they're not going up to par, they're not doing what's expected of them, use that compliment sandwich to bring them in and, have that open dialogue of, hey, what's going on? Is there something that you're not understanding? Is there an expectation that you're not clear on? What's going on? How can I help you so that we can get exactly what it is that we want for this business? All right, so we can all prosper and grow and be productive and get exactly what it is that we want, because we're all here for a purpose. All right, they're there for employment purposes. You're there to grow your business. You're there to provide that quality service for your customers and those in your community. All right, so you have similar goals. You want to make sure that you're working together to achieve those goals. So if you've got a question, make sure you reach out to me, rich@thepathofme.com. Go to my website, thepathofme.com. And if you're on Facebook, join our group, the 10-Minute Mentor Podcast Community, and submit your questions there. Thanks, and be excellent. Bye-bye.